Hello there. This is Laurie here, doing a live. I haven't done a live in a while. I mean, I do from time to time. I do lots of recording, but not live. And so I know how I can't even say it, algorithms work. So if you're in the, well, obviously I'm doing it in this group, so you may not see it till later. But if you are around and you see the live, be sure and say hello. I am a little bit of distance from my phone, and so I will answer any questions after I do this live because I can't read it from here. And so I just want to go through some things with you really quick and share some things. So if you're watching this later, it may be recording, a recording that goes in your email. You may be seeing it that way, or you may be seeing it right live in the Facebook group that you're in with me. So it's my Pieces of My Art Paint Online. I don't even know the name of my group. Painting Online. It's about those of you who aren't close to me, can't paint in my studio with me, or those who are close to me and love to also paint online. So that's what that group is all intended for. I'd love to hear from you all. I want you guys to feel free to share in this group because I want to know what you're doing. I want to know if you're painting or if you're taking time out to just do some art therapy, and painting's a great way to do it. So I'm going to share with you our newest paint away that I know you all have been waiting for. We've been doing these for, I think, like 5 years, maybe 5.5 years now. So, so this one, I'm so excited. I absolutely love this painting. I think it's probably one of my favorites. I like all of them really, but I really like this one because of the simplicity of it. And you're probably looking at it. That doesn't look simple at all. I promise you, this will be perfect for those of you who have never painted before or never painted online with me before. So this is the Spring Garden Paint Away that's coming up in the end of this month, April 27th, which is a Sunday evening. We will kick it off at 5:30 Central Time, and then we'll continue into Wednesday, finish it up Wednesday evening at 6:30 Central Time. So it's just 2 sessions. This is not a long drawn out painting. You won't even have to do a template. It's going to be so freeing for you, and I can't wait to do it with you. So irises, I make it simple. There's not going to be a real hard rule. So for some of you, it might be a little challenging who really like to have borders and boundaries and exact steps. So I hopefully can help you kind of be free of that a little bit and enjoy this process. So if you've never painted with me, I mix all my own colors. So this painting was done with, and I don't have them over here, but I just use 5 colors when I paint. Everything I've taught is done with just the 5 colors. Mars Black, Titanium White, Phthalo Blue. I use a bright red and a chrome yellow. They're all Blick brand paints, and I'll go over those with you real quick here in just a second. And they just mix beautiful colors, and so that's always what I've done. It makes it simple to teach. I'm all about simplicity. I'm all about inexpensive, because I know what it's like to not have money to pursue your passions and your dreams and your hobbies, you know. And so that's partly the reason why I did this as a business, because I needed the money. And to support us who are creative, sometimes we need a little income to support that, because it can get expensive, but I like to keep it inexpensive. And so I'm just going to go over with you. I know you always ask me, what will I need for this? What do I expect? And I want to share the simplicity of this with you. So typically I use, and this is not a size you would buy, but these are my half gallons. I buy these in my 5 colors I just told you, and I refill my bottles for all my class, my in-studio classes. There you go. This is the Phthalo Blue. This is the brand that I use. I will put a link in your email when you sign up that will take you to shop that if that's what you want, and you can get them in this size of bottles, which would last you a good year. This is way more than you need, but if you think, oh, maybe I like painting and I'd like to try this more often, you can get a 6-pack with the mixing colors in it for approximately $40. It would last you a year plus. So this size, they don't make these smaller than this. This is a pint, and that's the smallest that you can get. But other things, so don't go out and buy something. Say you're just testing the waters. I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but let me try it. If you have craft paints around, you can use craft paints. These are Craft Smart. They work well. You don't have to do mixing colors. I have a purple here, a plum, and I don't know what green. I don't have my glasses on. I would say if you have craft paints, grab those. If you want to buy some more of these are probably just a couple dollars each. These are plenty big. You don't need anything bigger. Get colors you want. Get shades of purple, shades of green. I do have a background color that we start with. You're really going to enjoy this process that I teach. You're really going to enjoy what you get from it, maybe just for your heart. And so I do have a mix. You can see little bits of kind of a hot pink behind here, and down here you might see little peaks of oranges and yellows coming out. Sunshine, right? So other paints you can use if you have on hand. This is again a Blick brand. I'm not saying go buy these, but if you have them, use them. These are thicker than those other ones, more fluid. So there's a Blick brand, there's Liquitex Basic Acrylic. Liquitex also makes, and it'll be listed as well in your supply list. Liquitex also makes the more fluid kind. I saw them at Michael's. You can order them online, smaller bottles, and they have the mixing colors that you can buy. And I want to say they were maybe $6 a bottle. I'm not sure. They had Mars Black. They had Titanium White. They had a primary red, primary yellow, and a primary blue. They also have phthalo blue. Probably depends where you get them. But you can just do your primary colors. Those will mix together great. So you could get those if you wanted. The other, oh, here's one other. Here's a Artist Loft. This is from Michael's as well. Hobby Lobby will have this stuff. Even Walmart has a brand of paint you could use. So this is, again, bigger than you need, but you can use the Artist Loft brand. The only thing I will tell you, if you use these, when we paint the background, it's a thicker paint. So for this size canvas, which this is a 24 inch by 24 inch, sometimes it's easier to use a thinner paint to cover the background. So you could just add a little bit of water, which I will go over this when we do it, to just get it to spread faster and easier, because this is definitely thicker. So anyways, don't go out and buy paints if you got something on hand that you can use. All right, brushes, simple, cheap, chippy brush. This is what I call a chippy brush. This is what we do big stuff with. And then I just use this is called a Bright, but it's like a 1/2 inch flat brush, about approximately that size. And then a little round brush that just, this one is a size 8. No, this is a size 8, and this is a size 4 round brush. Not super important, that has to be exactly that size. Something to put your paints on. I like plastic coated paper plates, not the ones that don't have the plastic coat. The paint soaks into it too much, and I feel like I lose more paint that way. That, trays, whatever you want to use. Paper towels, a thing of water, not for drinking. You don't want water for drinking. Water for drinking, water for paint brushes. Don't get them confused. You can have a glass of wine, you can have some coffee, just whatever you want to enjoy it, your own music. So anyways, I again want to encourage you to join us. There's a link. There's supposed to be. I haven't done this in a while, so I added a link, I believe, where you can go directly and sign up for this paint away. It's only $15. 2 evenings of classes, hanging out with me for maybe an hour each evening, or maybe a little longer the second evening. I'm pretty sure the first evening will only be an hour. I will have a private Facebook group for this that you can be part of, just to be able to ask questions and share your progress. If you need help with anything, it's a great little group. It's just one, I open up a little private group for every paint away that I do, just to kind of keep everybody together. Of course, you can share your stuff on this group. Everybody loves to see what you guys are up to, loves to see artwork. So, all right, that's it for today. And I will see you soon. I'm looking forward to this again. Don't be intimidated. Oh, one other tool we're going to use, and everybody has this. I like to use my fingers, and I did use my fingers a little bit on this. So if you're not one who doesn't like to get your fingers messy, it's not too messy. But anyways, we're going to have fun, and I hope to see you. And so I got to walk up there and turn off my live. And anyways, thanks for watching, hanging out for a little bit. Tell your friends about this. You can even copy the link that I put in here and send it directly to some friends. I would love to not have to do Facebook ads. They're so expensive. And I'm thinking also real quick, I may do a contest for everybody who, I got to figure out how to get from you. So if you want to message me that you shared this with your friend or friends, I will probably do a drawing for a giveaway from everybody who shares the link with their friends. So be watching for some more details on that. But in the meantime, start sharing, just keep track of who you send it to. And you guys can be my advertisers, and I'd much rather give you something for that than pay Facebook for it. Sorry, Facebook, but anyways, I like my people better than you. So, all right, we will see you soon, and you guys have a good rest of your day.